if the company he works for does that. I don't know what they do on their retirement. There'll probably be a retirement party. But when you look at a company that does that, who knows? Now I'm going to sum up a little bit about this rule and lay down some more sample rules. Here are some sample rules to help you, and some definitions to guide you through this with a little bit of a breakdown for each one. The first most important rule is when the employees are working, you are working. No excuses. This is pretty much the main rule I've been going over, and if you at this point don't get it, maybe you'll never get it. Second, that when working overtime, the owner is there and there on a phone off day, which means the employee is there with their phone off, and since it's overtime day, a non-regular work day, even the incoming phones are off. There's no phones coming in for the employer, so nothing to distract them from being there. Third, when you show up late, give your employees extra time off during the week. Fourth, put in for your time off just like your employees. Now, what are your thoughts on the four rules that I have laid out here? Now, the first rule is the main thing I've been talking about throughout this section. I could talk more about this, but I have other topics I would like to reach at some point. So if by now you have not getting the first rule and need to explain more, in the back of this book is a way to get a hold of me to answer your questions. What are your thoughts on this rule? The second rule is that on an overtime, the owner's phone is turned off. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what that means. You are there busting your ass with your employees without any distractions. No call from friends and family asking you to help them or do something with them. You are there 100% of the time. If you can't do that, you don't force overtime, and you need to sell and quit the company, because you are the reason the company is failing, not the employees. Remember, you are always to blame, never the employees. The third rule is when you show up late and leave early, give the same time off to the employers. What are your thoughts on this? Let's say on Monday you show up an hour late. Well, then on Friday or any day of the week, you give your employees an hour earlier out that is paid. Mainly also as a reward for their hard work they did, and the fact that at the same time you were late, someone there had to pick up your slack. If you are tight meeting deadlines, then the real question is where you are late, you should be there earlier than your employees. The fourth and final rule in this section is to request your time off. What are your thoughts on this? Just like you have your employees do, send your time off request to your employees and allow them to approve or disapprove it. Then keep a calendar up in the break room or someplace where every employee can see it, showing who has what time off and showing when you have time off. I'm not saying you can't take part of your days off, but if you do need to, get it approved by your employees. For starters, what employees are going to disapprove, what employee is going to deny you your time off? In fact, this is what you are looking for. You want to know what your employees are thinking about your time off. If they deny you some time off, that means your employees care for you and the company. What are your thoughts on this part of the rules? Keep track of all your questions and answers and come back. This is the end of section 1, and I would like to have you, the next section is owners to keep their nose clean. So would you please continue on this journey with me into this section, and it will be posted at a later time. Thank you.